You know, folks, when it comes to sports figures, they are perfect subjects when it comes to collectible items. This is Collector's World. I am Dr. J. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this. And, of course, today's subject, one of the greatest sports figures of all time, and a true hockey legend, Guy Lafleur. My favorite. Number 10 for the Montreal Canadiens. You know, when he would skate down the ice, of course, Guy Lafleur, hair blowing, no helmet. And the spectators in the arena would always chant, Guy, 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 whenever he got the puck. It was quite something to behold. Quite the legend, quite the phenomenon, and quite the subject of some great collectibles. Not a lot of stuff, but you know what? As far as I'm concerned, there was just enough. And let's start with the sports action figures. When it comes to sports figures, there were always great collectibles that were action figures, and Guy Lafleur no exception. A fantastic action figure collectible right here. Now, funny enough, Guy Lafleur didn't have one for the longest time, so I actually had to wait for this for quite a while before it eventually did. What's on the back here? Look at that, Guy Lafleur, right wing Montreal Canadiens. The late 70s, early 80s was his heyday, of course, and you know, it was worth the wait because this is an incredible collectible. Guy Lafleur, of course, signed a lot of autographs in his day, and this is a framed autographed picture of number 10 himself, Guy Lafleur, Montreal Canadiens. And another fantastic collectible. Any spectator of hockey, any fan of hockey, especially the youngsters, collected the trading cards, the hockey cards. We all collected them. And Guy Lafleur obviously on a heck of a lot of these cards over the years, including when he went from the Canadiens to the Quebec Nordiques. But nonetheless, there it is in his Montreal heyday. And look at this. Check this card out here. 1979 to 1980. I don't know if that can be seen clearly or not, but these are the assist leaders, and look at that, number 1 Wayne Gretzky, number 2 Marcel Dionne, number 3 Guy Lafleur. A little blurry, but there it is, one heck of a card. And this is the actual Canadiens team, the trading card that had the whole Montreal Canadiens team in its heyday, right, when Ken Dryden was the goalie, you know, Lafleur, Steve Shutt, the whole gang that made history. And this is, again, very blurry, but this is the stamp that came out, the collector's stamp. And you know, there we go, that's a little clearer. You know that you are let's take a look at that now that we got it clear. Gretzky, Marcel Dionne, Guy Lafleur. There's the Montreal Canadiens team. But you know that you have made it. You know you're a legend when you're a stamp. You just ask Elvis. DVDs. Guy Lafleur was the subject of just one DVD to my knowledge. And this is in French, Hommage à une légende, which is a tribute to the legend. And this was actually a TV special that aired, and it is released for us in its entirety as it aired. And it's a fantastic night. So Guy Lafleur is all dressed up in suit and tie, and he's sitting front row as everyone comes out and pays tribute to one of the all-time hockey greats. A 2-disc set, and of course, littered literally with fantastic footage from his fantastic footage and highlights from his days on the ice, and a fantastic collectible. Now, before DVD, of course, we had video. In fact, for some of us fans, there's still video. And this was a great, great hockey video. It was called Guy Lafleur. And basically, he's teaching you the basic hockey techniques. You know, everything you need to know about how to play the sport. And hopefully how to play it as good as he did, because I'd be out on the ice right now instead of, you know, behind the camera here. But this is a great collectible, and it's hosted by Guy himself. And, you know, it's got, again, some amazing highlights from his career, which is almost the best part of the whole video. You can watch it over and over. But then, of course, to actually see him, you know, teach us youngsters how to play the sport and how to do what he did. Awesome. Great collectible Guy Lafleur video. And when it came to books, there was a lot of books, and I'm not kidding, a lot of books on Guy Lafleur. And this was the most recent. It's called Remembering Guy Lafleur, and it's exactly just that. Great photographs, great text, a great collectible. One of the most well-known biographies on Guy was Overtime, The Legend of Guy Lafleur. This was a great, great book. This particular edition is the softcover book. A fantastic biography on Guy. Here's another great book, and it actually is interesting, Rechlo Lafleur, which is Guy's dad. This book is Guy Lafleur, Mon Fils, which of course is French for my son. So a book written by Guy's dad, and a must-have for any collector on Guy Lafleur. Guy Lafleur, Le Dernier de Vrai. And interesting thing about this book, Preface de Guy Lafleur. He writes the preface himself. And this is another great, fantastic book written in French on Guy Lafleur. Yet another book, of course, on Guy Lafleur. And, you know, there's no such thing as a bad biography on one of the greats here of hockey. This was, and see right there, I mean, just to see the image of Guy skating down the ice, you know, with his hair blowing in the wind. I mean, what a fantastic time in hockey history, you know. Hockey's number 1, Guy Lafleur. There it is, another book on Guy Lafleur. Number 10 for the Montreal Canadiens. And you know, I got to tell you, this was a great time in hockey history, the late 70s, early 80s. The Montreal Canadiens, they won 5 Stanley Cups in a row with the help of Guy Lafleur. It truly was a magical time in hockey history, and probably never to be repeated again. A great team, a great time in hockey history, a great legend, Guy Lafleur, and a great topic when it comes to collectibles here in Collector's World. So, Guy Lafleur is forever.